front double bicep.
Welcome back to Columbus, Ohio. Our finalists have been announced, and indeed our 4 former Arnold champions have made it. There's one of them, 1993 champion Flex Wheeler. He joins Paul Dillette, the big former Canadian. 260 pounds of Kevin Levrone, the 1994 champ. And Shawn Ray, champion in 1991.
Turn to the rear.
And Vince Taylor.
One leg back showing the cap. And if the music man's ready, pose down.
So now they can move around. Now it's the pose off, the free pose off. Now you see, if you think that you want to compete against someone specifically, you want to beat that guy, you want to move close to that guy, close to the judge. I am the best. Look at this now.
And this is where this sellout crowd here at the Veterans Memorial Auditorium will go nuts. Levrone and Dillette side by side.
Here you can see they really want to show who has the best chest. They're using every method. Here you can see certain guys hiding their weak points now.
Vince Taylor stepping in next to Flex.
Yeah, you have to see, looking at another bodybuilder like he's doing right now, it does not help you. You should ignore all the other bodybuilders. You should just show that you are the champion. He's doing it very well now here. Vince Taylor. Shawn Ray, he's always very good at this pose off, very dangerous. Doing an inside chest pose, he's trying to push the other one aside now. It is funny.
And this may be bodybuilding history taking place right now. I doubt that we'll ever see another competition where 4 former champions are ever under one roof.
But the audience is going crazy right now. It's really, it's also their favorite moment because that's when you see the real competition. Also, what is dangerous right now is if you act tired. Don't act tired now. Just keep posing until. You should not stand around. You see, it's a mistake.
Well, how will they finish? How will things shake down? We'll find out when we return to the 1996 Arnold Classic in a moment.
I would not want to be a judge right now.
Classic bodybuilders. Presenting the 4th runner-up, Brett Reichart. It's an award of $10,000. Representing Reichart Ford and presenting the Arnold medallion is Dan Sullivan of Life Fitness. That goes to Shawn Ray.
Shawn Ray devastated.
Very disappointing for him. I think this is very, very disappointing for Shawn Ray because he thought he was going to be up there. He was trying to actually win the title and then to place 5th. It must be extremely disappointing.
This is a tough lineup. Now you see why I didn't want to be.
He knew it was going to be tough. 1994
presenting the 3rd runner-up
champion
award
Shawn Ray in 5th.
Last year he placed 4th in the Ironman competition, you know.
Presenting the Arnold medallion is Gordon Orr of World Gym
There's
Gear.
a lot of tension right now.
That goes to Vince Taylor.
Especially when he comes to 2nd.
Not to mention a lot of money in 3rd place. Vince Taylor, his wife Randy, not happy with the decision, trying to be brave and smile, but
I don't think that he's happy with the decision because he really looked good. It's unbelievable, you know. I'm really curious who are the people that beat him here.
He had a great routine
2nd
tonight,
runner-up gets $25,000. Presenting will be Steve Bleckman, representing Twin Lab. Presenting the Arnold medallion is Adair Fritz from AM General Hummer. And that goes to Paul Dillette.
Paul Dillette.
His 3rd place winner.
Not surprising. He came in great shape, but his posing just a hair off.
He came 2nd last year, week in the Ironman, and I think that helped his momentum because it's very important momentum here.
One more front double bicep to make the fans remember. I don't think they'll forget.
No, definitely.
Now we have Flex Wheeler and Kevin Levrone.
One thing's for sure, we're going to have our first double winner ever, the Arnold Classic.
And they've been there before.
Flex Wheeler,
repeat of the 1991 NPC Nationals.
Flex the 93 winner and Kevin the 94
Jim Mannion's hometown.
Very nervous, this guy's right now.
Presenting the 1st runner-up will be Mike Radinsky of Cybex. A check for $45,000, and presenting the Arnold medallion is Jim McPartland from Star Trek. And that goes to Flex Wheeler.
So Kevin Levrone
you believe that? That is spectacular.
Kevin Levrone has won his second Arnold Classic title. Flex Wheeler can't believe it.
It's amazing. The crowd is booing here today because they're not happy with that decision. But of course, the judges see sometimes more than the crowd does. So it's you know, it's obviously one or the other could have won it.
Yes.
And presenting the 1996 Arnold Classic 1996 Championship Award of $100,000.
But Kevin Levrone, $100,000 richer.
1996
Well,
Arnold
champion, 1996.
Classic champion,
He's the champion.
winning
He came up to me several times
$100,000
today saying, you know, I'm
Kevin
going to win this. I'm going to win this. So here he is. He won. So I'm going to go out there and present a trophy.
Ben and Joe with Kevin.
Back here in Columbus, Ohio, the final results of the 1996 Arnold Classic. In fifth, it was Shawn Ray. Fourth goes to Vince Taylor. Third, Paul Dillette. Second to Flex Wheeler. And number one for the second time in 3 years, Kevin Levrone. He's with Arnold.
Okay, thank you, Mike. And we're here with our champion, of course, Kevin. Tell me now, you looked fantastic. Your posing was great, Norris. What did you do different from last year?
I train a little more intense. I switched my diet around, went back to the drawing board. Each year, you set a goal, you set a limitation, and you try to reach it, you know, but this time I try to go beyond that. I was in the gym working out day in and day out, and I think what made a difference is because I opened my new gym, it's World's Gym Fitness Center, so it made everything fall into place.
Well, that's great. Who did you think was your toughest competitor today?
All the guys. I have to give credit to all the guys that was here because they're all champions, you know, no matter if they won the Arnold Classic or not. And it comes down to that fine-tuning that day. The night before, you might look great, but you hit that stage that day, some things could change. So, I mean, the best guy won, and I would just give my hat off to all of those guys. But Flex Wheeler gave me the run for the money tonight.
Well, there's the answer. It took you a while, but there's the answer. Tell me one more thing. How much did you rely on diet versus how much you relied on training?
Oh, God. I think it was 50-50 because I train heavy and I train hard. And I also, I took in a lot of protein this time and make sure that I got a lot of rest. So, you know, one-on-one, when you do these two things together, the results come out better instead of you training too much and not eating enough, or not eating enough and then training too, you know. Right. So everything kind of worked together, and I was happy with coming in and winning the show for the second time. No athlete has never ever done that in history.
It's fantastic that you did that, and I hope that to my next question you say, I'll be back. Will you come back for the Arnold Classic next year?
Oh, yeah. I'll be back.
There you are. You heard it, Mike. So back to Mike.
Thanks, Arnold. And 32-year-old Kevin Levrone, a most worthy champion. He becomes the first two-time Arnold Classic winner. For Arnold and all of us here at ESPN, I'm Mike Adley saying train hard, stay fit, and we'll